So, Vice just put out an article basically saying that, well, here's the name of the article: Congress admits UFOs, admits UFOs, that is the wrong name. I'll link the article below. It's just pretty much Congress admits UFOs are not man made. It says it's threats and it's an increasingly exponential. Now, first it was taboo to even talk about this kind of stuff. Now it's becoming more and more mainstream. And I think even mainstream media is reporting on this more and more. So that's very interesting. Now, this stuff has been around since for for before most of our lifetimes. But yet now it's okay to really speculate. I mean, really talk about this as though okay, there's some legitimacy to this. Congress is saying this. Congress is saying that these things aren't man-made, and then the mainstream media is reporting it. That's pretty much mainstream. That's not fringe anymore. That's not fringe. Not only that, they're saying they're hostile, which is kind of, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you listen to UFO abduction stories, they sound very hostile. I mean, there's some stories I've heard. I've heard at least one story where somebody was torn to pieces um, laid in nature someplace. So, yeah, this is it's not, it's hostile. So I think them saying this, Congress saying this, is a way to, um, like, I think, how can I put this? This could be a way to, I don't think they're going to drum up fear when it comes to this, but I think this UFOs can be, and we should be watchful for the people to use UFOs to drum up fear and to take rights away from people and allow and when they try to take people's rights away, they're going to ostracize certain people when it comes down to it. Because whenever it comes to take away people's rights, they're going to have the people who think bel those who believe in security are oftentimes the ones that ostracize those who believe in freedom in those. And it seems like more people are prone to want security than freedom. Anyways, now, what are these things? Where are these things from? There's several different options if they're not man-made. So they're from another planet. That's one. Number two, they could be from a parallel universe, a parallel universe from the same planet or another planet, or from this planet. Or number three, they could be from this planet, or they could just be, um, I call it extra. I like to say extra dimensional, but it's just another way of saying supernatural. Let's just say supernatural. Now the question is, why is it one instead of the other? Um, why do we think it has to be from another planet? Or why would one think that it has to be from a parallel universe? Or why would one have to think that it's supernatural? I think it's fair to question in I think it's fair to consider all these options and um, test these options fervently. Now, a lot of scientists have an anti-supernatural bias, so this is going to probably be the last thing that is tested because a lot of when it comes to the supernatural, people think that just because there's a supernatural, that automatically means there's a God, which I don't necessarily believe that, to be honest. There could be a lot of supernatural beings, but it doesn't necessarily mean there has to be a God in my assessment. Even though I'm a Christian, I don't think just because something is supernatural, um, there is a supernatural that automatically proves that there is a God, especially the God of the Bible. That's just my opinion. Maybe I could be wrong about that. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on this. I'll probably be talking about UFOs a bit more in the future, but this is just going to become more and more and more and more into the mainstream, and to the point where this is going to get some real. This is just going to change. I think this is going to change the way we view ourselves as a species, and this is going to really drum up a lot of moral questions, a lot of questions of all sorts. And he's even going to question how make people question their faith in things of this nature. I have my own beliefs about this, and I'll talk about that more later. But right now, that's really all I have to say about this. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I'm just really pointing out that Vice News is reporting about something Congress said, and Congress really said is saying something openly, and the mainstream media is openly reporting on it too. So that's a big deal. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Peace.